What started as one petty act of revenge on Coronation Street may be turning into something much more dangerous. Because Jodie Ramsey no longer feels like someone simply lashing out in the moment. She feels like someone quietly testing how far she can go before everything around Carla and Lisa begins to crack. In Wednesday night's episode, the tension between Jodie and DS Lisa Swain escalated in a way that instantly stood out. While caring for baby Connie, Jodie found herself looking at Carla's life with obvious envy. She could see Carla's freedom, confidence, and success, and it clearly forced her to measure that against her own situation. When Carla suggested that Jodie might one day be able to run her own business, it seemed to leave a real impression on her. For a moment, it felt as though Jodie was imagining a different version of her future. But the mood changed as soon as Lisa came home exhausted from her night shift and sharply asked Jodie to make her a coffee. It was only a brief exchange, but it clearly hit a nerve. Jodie was already in a vulnerable headspace, and Lisa's tone seemed to deepen that resentment that had already been building under the surface. Things briefly lightened again when Carla gave Lisa the letter confirming her decree absolute, officially finalizing her divorce from Becky Swain. Wanting to mark the moment, Carla and Lisa went out for breakfast together, leaving Jodie alone in the house. That was when everything shifted. Still hurt by Lisa's earlier attitude, Jodie took Lisa's police badge and hid it in her jacket. What makes the scene more interesting is that Jodie was later given a chance to pull back. Lisa apologized for snapping at her, and there was a moment where Jodie seemed unsure. But in the end, she kept the badge and stayed committed to what she had started. That hesitation matters because it shows Jodie is not acting completely without conscience. She knows she is crossing a line. She just chooses to cross it anyway. That is why viewers are now wondering whether this is only the first move in a much bigger game. One fan theory suggests Jodie may not stop at causing practical trouble for Lisa, but could begin interfering in Carla and Lisa's relationship itself. With the way Jodie has behaved before, that idea does not feel far-fetched. There is already a sense that she is drawn not only to Carla's lifestyle, but also to her position in Lisa's world. That kind of envy can easily become something more manipulative. If the show takes that route, Jodie may try to get closer to Carla, or at least create a situation that makes Lisa question what is really going on. Even if there is nothing genuine behind it, the damage could come from suggestion alone. A planted misunderstanding at the wrong moment would be enough to create doubt, especially with emotions already running high. And the timing could not be worse. Carla and Lisa's wedding is getting closer, yet spoilers have already revealed that Betsy finds a dead body on the wedding day, with Jodie listed among 5 possible victims. That detail makes her current behavior feel even more ominous. It raises the possibility that this stolen badge is not just a small act of spite, but the beginning of a chain reaction that spirals into something far more serious. Jodie looks like a woman driven by jealousy, frustration, and a growing desire to insert herself into a life she feels shut out of. That makes her unpredictable, and in soap terms, that is exactly what makes her dangerous. If she keeps pushing, she may not just threaten Carla and Lisa's happiness. She could end up pulling everyone into a disaster, just as they are about to reach the one moment that should have brought them peace. If you want more Coronation Street updates, theories, and character breakdowns, don't forget to subscribe.